Kaya kora. Hello friend, good morning on the morning of day 10. And we are leaving at about 7:10, which seems to be our usual time for leaving. It's going to be a hot day, but right now there's a nice chill in the air. Our merry band of hikers has expanded considerably. Team Travellers Interruptus, also known as Bob's Brains Trust, now consists of ourselves, Bob of course. Jenny's still with us. Simone unfortunately is off back to the real world, but Fiona is now walking with Jenny. Gary from Margaret River has joined us, and Dori of Dori Hikes is now on board too. How's my maths? That's 7 of us making our way tonight to Mount Wells. Thankfully, plenty of us sleep in tents. Otherwise, Mount Wells might be a crowded little hut tonight. What else is there to say? That was a nice camp in amongst the trees. And we're heading up again, so I'm going to turn you off so I can do some upward walking at speed. Until later. Emu's been along, giving us a poo emoji. Poo. That's an excellent poo, isn't it? Whee! We are at the summit of White Horse Hills. Fantastic view back. Well, okay, you get to see my bandage. Whee! Let's see. Ooh, it's a bit hard to see in this camera, isn't it? But over there, that's where we've come from. Oh, you can see we're part of the Monadnocks carry on, and we're just about to make our way over to this next granite dome. Okay, let's go and have it there. Let's go. Really charms me about the Monadnocks is the way that you have this life that's so tiny and intricate down here in the numbers and in the herb fields and the mosses and lichens, and you also have the vastness and the sense of expansiveness that comes from the view, and we can see for miles, kilometres even, because we're Australian, and you get a sense that we're part of this really large and ancient land. Great introduction to some of the oddities of the Australian landscape. So we have this Zamia. I love the way it curls open when it's new. This is a really ancient kind of plant. You can imagine this in an ancient landscape as well. Here we've got these great bullbanksias. This one is a beauty. So you can see it flowers into this incredible ball shape. And on this one we can see an older flower, one of the seed pods from this. But if you look out here, there's a softness to the undergrowth and a kind of fuzzy look about it.
We are now at the top of Mount Wells. Well, that was a bit of a climb. But all good huts deserve a climb, apparently. Feeling stronger and better than any other climb we've done so far.
Oh, look at this, Dad.
Oh, we might get good reception tonight.
What do you think of that radio?
There's the old watchtower and the hut. It's the only hut on the trail
Chairs.
with 4 sides. So to go and check that out. We'll see what the view from up there is. Yeah, maybe after a cuppa.
I know, I felt really good at the end of that climb. Surprisingly good.
Yep. There's the Mount Wells hut. And good morning, day 11. Heading down to Todora Camp this morning. I think we've got only about 14k to go. Did battle with the ticks last night. Had to move our campsite at one stage. They're just literally racing towards us. And heading off with international man of mystery and local legend, Bob Holland. Oh, there he is. And a coffee at breakfast. And I mean, look at this, great start to the day. Oh, that's right, quick update. We had a bit of trouble with the SD card in Kath's camera last night. At the moment, we've lost 10 days of her footage. So, Jenny, Fiona and Gary have all headed off early, or about 10 minutes earlier than us, and we'll probably see them at camp. They're quite quick on the trail.
May my words not be wasted this time. Here we go. Kaya kora. Good morning. It's another beautiful morning on Noongar Boodja. It's day 11. 11! 11!
Hoi hoi.
It's how delicious. Let's see, who's with us now? Oh, Dori walked on yesterday to the next hut. Good on her. I didn't have it in me, that's for sure. So hutting and walking on schedule with us at the moment. Of course, there's local legend Bob Holland. We've got Gary from Margaret River still on board. We've also got Jenny and Fiona. They're walking down to Dwellingup and then getting a ride down to Harvey Quindinning and walking back up. It's 2 days to Dwellingup now, so we'll get there tomorrow. And there's definitely a buzz of excitement for beds, showers and hot cooked pub meals. Oh, real coffee. Wow. But meanwhile, let's not lose sight of where we are. I mean, look at this. Hiking real talk, ladies. When you are hiking, you will need to pee. Just, you know, I'm refining my pee technique. It's getting better because my legs are getting stronger. Just try to find a spot where it's a little bit downhill and you can work against the gradient and just, you know, grab hold of your trousers and use that to counterbalance. There you go. Real talk. I have a cloth that looks like this one but is not this one because see I'm touching this. I use my not thru-hike, actually hand sanitizer, and I have a little bag I keep in my pocket, and that's my pea cloth. When I get into camp at the end of the day, pea cloth gets a wash, a rinse out with a couple of drops of tea tree oil. Fresh as a daisy, no toilet paper in the bush. Thank you.
Camp here at hold on, yeah, I just forgot what fucking camp we were in. Anyway, we've ended up in Todora campsite. We were here at 11 AM and left at like 6:45, which is the earliest so far. Gary pushed on to Dwellingup, so we got Bob, Fiona and Jenny here tonight. Depends on whose map you look at. We'll be hitting either 198 or 202 kilometers. So we're going to call it 200 kilometers at Dwellingup. That's us done. We're done for the first 200 and 1/5 of our total journey. Feeling good, feeling strong. Think we can make it. If we have a look through there, that's our tent site for the night. One water tank. There's plenty of water in it though. Outside table. Also firewood. You can have fires. Someone drying out their tea bag so they can have a second go at it later on. We walked into camp. Also,
Hi.
Hi. There's Bob down in the corner there, Jenny. And another little thing, I've just managed to spot a famous YouTube star. You may not recognise her, she's normally got a beanie on, so... but here we go, let's try. Fee, how was the track today?
Superb day. Thank you for asking.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Make sure we put that in. Okay, thank you, and we'll see you later.
Lovely little toilet, this one. Right, I'll leave that door open because when you sit here, oh, it's quite the view.
Morning. Morning of day 12. Dwellingup today. Feels a little bit like Christmas actually, with walking into a town with all their fancy food and their showers and flushing toilets. Anyway, basically ready to go. No rush, but probably 6:30 was our earliest start yet. Kath's won the quote of the day, so maybe if we need to on one of the hot days we should set the alarm for 4 o'clock, leave by 6.
5:30.
Leave by 5:30.
Because I hate walking in the heat more than I hate getting up in the dark.
Awesome. Should be a good little day today. Nice and flat. A lot of railway, old railway tracks we're going to be walking along. And the Hotham Railway runs along here.
Hotham.
The Hotham.
Did you say possum?
Possum?
Hotham.
Hotham. Anyway, we might see a train later. Patoot, patoot. Anyway.
Come on, Howie, let's head
Oh.
up the
We're
road.
waiting for you, Mr. DeMille.
I am last.
Come on, Mr. DeMille.
Great day for a stroll in the bush. It is.
So we're about 4k from Todora hut, heading towards Dwellingup. Total of about 20, I think, today. And we've definitely come into a different bit of forest. Seeing a lot more fern and different sort of few different types of vegetation through here, and a lot of leaf litter on the track. Yeah, so there's a little glimpse of what we're sort of going to be going through. Maybe a little bit denser forest, and changing plants as we go. It's quite exciting when you spot something new you haven't seen before. And we get to name it, because that's what we're doing. Although, it's getting harder. I'm starting to run out of names. The whole botany naming job is a bit intense, actually, when you realise how many plants there are. Anyway, onward to Dwellingup. And there's Bob. The old railway line heading into Dwellingup. About 2k from here we'll be stopping at the, what's it called? The Etmelin siding. We'll be stopping at the Etmelin siding for a bit of a lunch. There's a road over there. Yeah, it's not lunch, it's going to be second breakfast for sure. Not even 11sies. And here we are at the Etmelin rail siding. As we're walking into town, we get to eat all the food that's left over. So yeah, today for second breakfast we're going to have some homemade muesli bars, which we made at home, and peanut butter.
Sit on there.
I want to see you take the first bite. See how glumpy it is.
The way you're moving, it's got me moving my own feet. The greatest feeling that I could ever dare to dream is you forever moving next to me. Let's not waste time or take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two.
Momentum.
Well, here we go, folks. 12 days, 200k, and we've walked into Dwellingup. It's the information centre here.
Lovely.
It's brilliant. Quick loo stop, sign the book, and off to the cafe. Day 13.
And we are clean.
And we are clean. We are. I think I may have even had 3 showers by now. We've been cleaning clothes, packs. Had a nice little dinner last night. Bob, Jenny, Fee, met up with Gary as well, and Brian, Bob's support crew.
So Gary's gone on ahead because he skipped past Todora and walked some enormous distance. So he'll be a day ahead of us, hopefully leaving us some fun notes in the books. And Jenny and Fee have gotten a lift back down to Harvey Quinbenning, and they're walking back up towards us. So at some point our paths should cross on the track.
Had a look through our resupply box. We bought a couple little extra things to throw in there, a few crackers to have with our hummus, etc. Had a nice big comfy bed last night, but we both had trouble going to sleep, so I don't know.
It's too comfortable.
It might have been
for you,
too
Howie.
comfy. So it looks like they're doing another burn off out behind Dwellingup somewhere. It's not going to affect us, hopefully, unless it gets out of control. But
It does impressive things to the clouds.
yeah, amazing. Oh,
And
we just saw some Spanish broom before and some poppies. Remind us of the Camino.